Good morning, my beautiful people. It's been an amazing weekend full of fun St. Patrick's Day things. I'm going to post some pictures around here so you can see me in my bagpipe and getup. This morning's word was acceptance. Didn't fit, so I just wrote accept. And, I think, when you're busy, like this weekend, you kind of accept, you accept the situation, you accept the relationships that come with it, the scenarios. Yesterday was absolute chaos when you had to go from place to place, and you had to accept that traffic was going to be a pain in the butt because this was all happening over rush hour. And but then it really turns out well. You have to accept the relationships that come with being part of organizations. And some people get along and some people don't, and some people have great energy and some people don't, and you just have to kind of go with the flow. And I always think of, like, you can't make a river run faster. You can't make people love you who don't love you. You can't, you know, you just have to go with the flow. And that's hard because sometimes you want, you want, things to, you want the traffic to dissipate. You want people to treat you the way that you treat them. You want them to love you the way they love you, that you love them. You want, things to go the way you want them to go. But you kind of just have to accept, you know, whatever's happening and know that the universe has a better plan, that the universe has the bigger plan, right? So let's pick a rune for today. What do we have? Here we go. This is the Eternity Stone. And I always think of, the circle of life, to quote the Lion King, right? So what does it mean? What does it mean, BRG? So the Ingwaz stone, which is also spelled Ingwaz, literally means seed. That means like a seed of inspiration, a little seed. Goals, growth, change in home, common sense, growth, and internal spiritual growth. Break social roles about gender. I know that because there aren't a whole lot of girl bagpipers. Interact with the supernatural. Don't worry what other people think. Physical pleasure without hurting others. Have patience, be still. Store energy and power for the right moment. This is overall a positive rune. Wealth, good blessings, sense of wholeness, mental wellness, new opportunities, experience new things, share, and harmony. And there's no inverted position. So this is just a really positive stone. But it is about being unconventional. We have definitely prescribed roles in our culture, and this rune is a reminder that those are human constructions, and that we have limitless potential individually and collectively. We put a lot of boundaries on things like love and acceptance and kindness, but those limitations, those are human, right? And we don't have to live within those boundaries. So let's get a card. See what Spirit has to say to go with that. We have the Crone, the fairy godmother. Wisdom, future, and truth. I think one of the greatest things that I have learned over the past year is that, everything you think you know about the physical world, you don't know, right? There are divine laws, there are universal laws that don't necessarily align with what humans have thought about laws. And, you have to do your best because you live within the system of these physical world laws. So you kind of have to accept, the way that things go, but you don't have to accept it in your heart. And so you're very fortunate if you can find people with whom to surround yourself, that sort of think like you and accept the spiritual truths over the physical world truths. And it's hard to find people like that. People are shallow. People don't go that deep, and it's hard it's hard to find your core people. Sometimes you think you find them, and then you realize that you were dead wrong, that they were not your core people, or that they didn't have the depth you thought they had. That's probably the harder thing, because you want them desperately to have that depth, and they don't. And then you realize that, your energy is never going to be matched in this physical world. So today is a day about acceptance. It's an exciting day about, just being passionate about the things you love and sort of the things that keep the cycle of life going on. I am wishing you all the very best in light and love. Get out and do some St. Patrick's Day activities and honor the saint. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Be well. Bye-bye.